Hello. In this lecture, we're gonna discuss about what is the abstract mean. What does abstract art? As an art student, you have to know and you have to practice on how you can see objects abstract and how you can make them abstract or non-objective. That it's a step after abstract. So what really abstract means, it's that picture. It's a very good example of abstract art created by a 3-year-old artist, and you see that this is very simple, very childish. And when we are talking about the abstract, we mean that make some things simple. It can be flat, it can show a fragment of the object, but very important part is when you're looking up abstract art, you can recognize it. You can see it's a person here. Then this is a difference between abstract and non-objective that we're gonna discuss about this later. So when you see that an artist make this drawing, you see it's a flat, we can call it abstract art because it's flat. The artist can continue to make it more geometric or not geometric. It doesn't have to be always geometric. It's just an example, but still we see cow, then it's abstract. But if artist using of the elements that we have here, like the colors, like the shapes, and push it more, then when we are looking at this, we see a bunch of the geometric shape, or you cannot recognize what is this. It doesn't have to be always again geometric shapes, then it's non-objective. This is Mondrian. He wanted to make everything's more and more simple because of spirituality of the objects, but we are looking at the sum of his work. He make it flat here, more flat, broken shapes. We still can see it, that it's a tree here, then this is still abstract. But in this phase, you cannot see what is it. Then it's a non-objective. And for sure here, we cannot recognize it, then this is a non-objective art. You can see another example here that how art is coming with make it simple and using of the fragments of these, and somehow in the last one you cannot see what is this, or in that one again you can see the cow. It's abstract, it's showing flat shape of this, and it's a fragment of this. I can still see it because I saw the first picture, but here I cannot see anything. Then it's a non-objective ones. Then it's started from the realistic abstract that we have here. We can still see the picture here and nothing over there. This is the example that we have. Or for the face, it can be a very realistic face. It's not the same face, but you see that how Picasso using of the different angles. Picasso and Cubism is the style that they're using of different angle of an objects and make it like a flat. Okay, let's look like you peel off the face and showing it in a flat. Then you see still I can see a person here, but in this one it's a face, but actually it's not a face. We cannot see anything here, then it's gonna be a non-objective. This is example of a student's work. This is for the painting class, and you're not gonna do exactly like that, but I ask you to use of one object and first make it realistic, then make it more simple, abstract, until we cannot see what is this, and this is gonna be non-objective one. For you it's not a 5 stage, it's a 3 stage. Then you're gonna see the example of this, and I'm gonna post it for you on the Blackboard, and you have access to these examples that you see here. Then okay, more and more example here that we see. This is what you have to do. You're choosing one object or a series of objects. It's up to you. One object is enough for me. And for the first, you divide your paper to 3 equal parts. The first part is realistic one, is realistic style. The second one, you're making it abstract, and the third one is non-objective. The medium that you're using, it's up to you. Any medium that you want, but you know that when you're using of the, for example, watercolor, you cannot use the drawing paper. It's not gonna work with each other. Then try to be very when you want to choose your medium, think about your paper too. Then this is another one way that you can use to make everything's more abstract is, you know, outlining. You can outline your shapes here, and that's more example that we have here. So how you're making your objects abstract, I'm gonna just show you a few example here. And I'm looking of the one object that it's a realistic object, and I'm gonna come with the abstract shape of this. I'm gonna use my pastel, and for the first ones I'm looking of this one. Okay, if I want to make an abstract shape of this, one way is, okay, I'm making it like a very geometric shape of this. I'm breaking the shapes but showing it in this part. Or I can look at this and seeing that, okay, I want to look at the top part, the lid from the, you see that I'm making some lines, that these lines doesn't have to be just one. I can continue on this and look at the top lid of this and coming and making the neck like that. And I can say, okay, I'm gonna look at the first part of the shoulders here like that, but I want to continue it and make it like okay, I know that you see it upside down. Then this is 2 examples of how we are making it abstract. So if I want to, and you're gonna come with your colors, you can make it different from what you see. But remember, when you have 3 things, 3 drawing next to each other, somehow try to keep background or the color of them the same. Then we see a connection between your drawings. Okay, and in the, for example, if I want to make a non-representational of these, I can just showing, you know, I'm using of this shape that I have, I'm using of this shape that I have, and I'm showing them in the some way that when you're looking of this, we see some things from these here, but actually you don't know what is the object, and it's non-objective one. Look at the example for the color and see how you can make the color. And you can again outline it, you can use of the mixed media. Another example, if I want to choose, this is my object. Okay, right now I want to make an abstract shape of this one. So I can look at the starting with the top part of this and making it, okay, I'm gonna change it. I'm not gonna just exactly do it as we see it, okay. Then I can make it for simple, okay. This is one way. The other way is looking of the different angle of this. I can break my shape to the fragments, but still remember the important part is when I'm looking of this, I have to see the abstract shape of the blue things that I have, okay. And if I want to make a very non-representational shape of this, I can come with the again the shape that I have and make it more like a overlapping of this. It doesn't have to be, you see, I'm using of this shape and I'm using of that shape, and I'm overlap the shape that I have here. And when I want to color it, this one, I can use of the different color. For example, it can be more orangish here, but this part maybe I want to make it with another color. You see that I'm really fast doing it. You have to be more careful with the color that you're choosing here. I can have the green here and orange here, and you need to have a background too. Then for all of them that you're creating, you need to have the background. So just again, I emphasize on the paper that you're using. Change your paper based on the medium that you're using.